Okay, were you fully nude?
No. Well.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Oh my God, thank you, Mercedes-Benz. Kyle MacLachlan's here. You need to get Mercedes-Benz.
Oh my God, I do.
Mercedes-Benz needs to sponsor the podcast.
Let's work on that.
Come on, man. Capitalistic pig. Let's be that way.
Oh, I'm ready.
Kyle MacLachlan, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice
to be here. I was honored to meet you. Thank you.
I wish we had more moments before we came in here, but it was like, hey, hi, and okay, bye.
Good. That's good. We can have them now.
We've all been such fans of your work for so many years.
Thank you.
But now we get to see you in a whole different light.
Yes, I'm on it.
Tell everyone what you're doing.
I'm doing a podcast. Woohoo! It's called What Are We Even Doing? We dropped today. I spend time interviewing young creatives. So we talk about their process, their creative process. This is not a journey into a personal world. This is about kind of where they go for their creativity, what inspires them, how they've used social media to tell their story. And every story is different, and it's fascinating. And we kind of run the gamut from, we've had interviews, Kaya Gerber is up today, Dylan O'Brien, an actor. We've got Willa Bennett, speak with her as well, so kind of across the board. And they're all interesting people, fascinating, and doing wonderful things.
I'd like you and Kai Cenat to get together and do a little something.
Okay, let's put on the list.
We have
Come on.
We have requests.
I'm ready. Please.
Well, being a creator as you are yourself, how enlightening is it to have people from other levels of age?
Genres. What levels might those be? Let's see.
I mean, do they spark it for you? I mean, these conversations. Talk about that.
Well, I think it starts being an actor, of course, working with other actors. I've got something out now with Ethan Hawke, and we were talking about this last night. Just that kind of creativity that happens in front of the camera. Provided that the environment is a creative one, is really what we live for as creative beings. And I think in conversations with some of our young guests, it's the same. We sit in a room like this and we talk, and out of that, I get high on it. Really, I mean, it's just a wonderful way to communicate and talk about what drives them. What motivates them. Where does the creative stuff come from? And how do they start? Which is, my journey is a very strange, odd one. Everyone has a different way in, so that's also part of the conversation. So
Kyle's What Are We Even Doing? As he said, it drops today. You can start hearing these podcasts on the iHeartRadio network and wherever you get your podcast, of course. You're 10 in, you say.
10 in.
10 in, and you have 34 more to go. and more beyond that. But is there something that sticks out in your mind during these first 10 that makes you go, God, that was a moment, and I couldn't stop thinking about that moment all day after we recorded that podcast?
Yeah, each time. So I've done 10 interviews, and every one at some point in time there is a moment. And again, this is a conversation. This is a casual conversation. I'm not probing. I just want them to feel comfortable enough to reveal to me what it is that how they work. And I remember the one today actually speaking with Kaya because, I grew up with her mom, so we bring up her mom. We talk about that. And I said to her, "Is your mom cool? Did you think she was cool when you were growing up?" And she said, "Absolutely not. She was like a mom." And I said, "That's beautiful." And then we talked about the fact that she was a tree in one of her first theatrical experiences, and I shared the fact that I was also a tree.
I was a tree.
Were you a tree?
Any other people who were
Any other trees on stage?
Any bushes? Any shrubbery?
Yeah. You've got...
You're what?
I was always an actual person.
Of course. Of course you were. Of course.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
You haven't lived until you played a tree.
So she was a tree.
Yeah. So we shared that. Just crazy stuff comes up in conversations, and I enjoyed that. And then we did finally at the end, we did that thing where we did Shakespearean insults to each other.
Okay.
So we pulled it because she loves Shakespeare.
Can you pull one out of your
I can't.
head? Must be prompted on
a rogue and peasant slave. Yes. And we put on these kind of funny collars. So it's good fun, lighthearted humor with some conversation that hopefully gets into some deeper places.
Don't you dress as a hot dog somewhere?
I certainly did.
So.
Sorry. Yes. I brought my hot dog costume here. I've left it in the green room. Yeah, I have kind of a fun social media presence. And behind me here, you can see a couple of the team members. They didn't wear their their hot dog costumes today. But
Why are they all turning away?
I know, right? They're turning away. They're looking.
They're all
You caught that, didn't you?
I did.
They're giving us the do not talk about this and go down this road comment. Look.
Not the hot dog. Not the hot dog. Yeah, we were dancing around just for fun. It was. I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. I said, okay. I mean, I'm up for anything.
Hold on. What is this hot dog thing? What is this?
I dressed up in a hot dog costume. It was a trend, a TikTok trend that we followed, Chapel Roan song, and we just kind of did this crazy moment dancing around, and people seem to enjoy it.
I love that.
If anyone wants to know how to be creative, they should go to Kyle.
Yeah,
come to me.
seriously.
You're making me want to dress like.
So
and
fun.
I want condiments on me. I want to be able to. Hey, question though. Out of these 10,
Yeah.
I asked you, like, was there anything that stuck out? Of course, you talked about being a tree thing.
Yeah.
Is there something you're learning from them? And because I think that's what is going to make your podcast a lot different than a lot of podcasts. You're actually curious
Yeah.
about what sparks them, and then in turn it sparks you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly right. So during the conversation, of course, they're sharing, because it is a conversation. That's how we set it up. So I ask them questions that I'm interested in, and then I find myself sharing kind of my journey, my early days and what that was like. And there's a kind of a fun meeting of the minds that happens, the differences and the similarities. I was talking with Dylan O'Brien, and I was saying it feels like today there's much more fluidity in terms of roles and performance and what you can do and how you present yourself in terms of being an actor. And I remember when I started, there was a pretty narrow lane in terms of what you were expected to do and kind of what you were trying to aspire to do, and you didn't really venture off of that. And I said there's a freedom in that happens with today's actors that I find really refreshing. I kind of wish we'd had that when I was younger as well.
So when the director says, okay, you know your lines, here's what we want you to do or where we want you to go.
Right.
Go. Does that still give you butterflies in your stomach?
It's just excitement.
It's like, oh, God, what do I do with this?
Yeah. Now, it depends on the situation, honestly. And again, I was referring back to Ethan when I work with Ethan, because we're similar in the fact that the script is the starting point. But it depends on the director, too. Some directors, they don't want you to experiment and kind of go off a little bit. Sterling Harjo, who is the director of what we're doing right now, was just the opposite. He was very much about let's play in this world. Let's start here with the material that we have, and let's see where she goes. And that, to me, is it was a little bit like the conversations I have with my guests. There's no set plan. I mean, I've got a couple of questions, and we just sort of let them run, and we go off in different worlds, really, and it's fun.
Wow. Okay, by the way, turning us on to Kyle MacLachlan's here. What are we even doing? That's
good. I like the way you. What are we even? There's so many ways that you could read
What are we
this.
even doing?
Even doing?
Yep.
This is the latest show to join the Elvis Duran Podcast Network, and we are just thrilled to see where this is going. I'm thrilled with what. If you just stopped at 10, we'd be happy.
Okay. We can.
Keep going.
We must have
We'd be
more.
happier if we keep going.
We must have more.
How do you find the people that you want to do your podcast with? Because I know you said young content creators.
yeah.
But where are they coming from?
Yeah, so I recommendations actually from my team, and they know people, and then some people that I also suggest. Kaya was a suggestion. I knew her, and I started off with people that I kind of knew a little bit. Kaya, Benny, of course, Benny Skinner, who's in Overcompensating. Can I mention that we're going back for a second season?
Hey,
Right?
congratulations.
Yeah.
No, please don't say that.
Nice.
Don't say that. Is it too late? Should I hold today?
The jury will disregard.
Yeah. You didn't hear that, people. No, it's true. We're going back to Overcompensating too. And so I knew Benny a little bit. So when I started, you butterflies and everything, and you want to make sure you don't know if this is going to work. Really, when you sit down, here's the idea. We're going to sit down and have this conversation, and I think it's going to be good, but I don't know. But it turned out to be. I mean, I had so much fun. So much fun.
Which is a great show.
It's a great. Well, thank you. It's just a great idea. It's just a great idea, and thank you for bringing. I mean, you brought us on. I mean, you're the man. I mean, we don't.
No,
exist.
I'm not the man.
We don't exist without you.
No, I can't handle it. You're the man.
You're the man.
I love this text that just came through. I've been listening to you for 15 years. This is the first guest that interests me.
Your audience is going to tell you. They're going to give you honesty.
See, Lee Schrager was on before you. I guess that really just kind of flushes you down.
Sorry, Lee.
I have no comment.
Has doing this changed the way that you create content now?
Interesting question. Yeah, in a way, yes. I think the whole journey I've changed because the whole process of engaging social media, I've kind of let my crazy side out. I'm very silly, and I've been that way all my life. But as I was talking earlier, I was saying, there was a period of time when that you don't want to lean into that. It's sort of the young leading man. You got to be serious, brooding and all that. And now I've my age and what's happening. I'm like, screw it, we're going, and I just jump in. So, and I think that influence has come from sort of this younger generation. Certainly from my son is 17, and he's a big influence on me.
Oh, he's keeping an eye on you.
He is keeping an eye on me. Yeah.
Is he on YouTube all the time, like my 16-year-old?
Yes.
That's all he does.
Yes.
YouTube. That's where they get all their content from.
Yes, it is everything. It's more so than any of the platforms. YouTube is sort of where they go.
Yeah.
And I find I'm kind of the same way. I go on Instagram more than anything.
That's me too. Yeah.
Do you fall into the hole? Do you?
I do.
Hours later, where
but I feel like I'm learning things. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, this is educational. I'm more sort of
You're learning how not to be as a human. As well. My favorite. Okay, what are your favorite go-tos when you see it on Instagram? You've got to stop and watch it.
Oh, I'm really bad with. Well, I don't know how much I learned on this, but the cat videos where the cats are like fighting each other, and they're like. Pap, 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 what I mean? They jump
really
at each
beat
other.
the hell out of each other.
Yes, they do.
I'm into airplane fights. I'm so into them.
Oh, interesting.
I need airplane fights. Don't judge me.
Oh, yeah. I can't. I have to look away. I'm too embarrassed. I can't.
I like innocent children that curse, and they don't even, their parents start cracking up. They don't want to laugh,
you little
but
kid,
you have to laugh.
He used the C word the other day. I'm like little kid's like 5 years old.
He didn't know.
I'm like, oh my God. Well, so speaking of creativity.
Yes.
Can you think back on your body of work? What was that one that sticks out to you, that project that you were given license to and you succeeded in being your most creative? The character just came from you and no one else, and you're so proud of it.
Yeah, I go back to Twin Peaks. I think Dale Cooper, creating the character of Dale Cooper with alongside David Lynch. Because he was obviously my first two films were with David, Dune and Blue Velvet, and then Twin Peaks, of course, and so he was a mentor, a guide, like a big brother for me, and a lot of Dale Cooper I just borrowed from David. I just watched him, and I did mannerisms.
Did he know?
I think maybe he knew. I don't know. He got a kick out of it. But and he loved Twin Peaks so much. He loved the world of Twin Peaks so much that he couldn't resist, and he actually joined the cast as Gordon Cole. He wanted to play in that world. It was so special to him.
Have they come to you for any of the shows you've done, like Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, and said, hey, we want to do a reboot?
No, but I have heard Kerry Washington is talking about this for Desperate Housewives. So she's got an idea. It's very early on, so I don't know. Could be fun.
Yeah.
You seem to
Wisteria Lane.
You seem to be showing up in what I don't know. I find to be the most entertaining shows for me, anyway.
Thank you.
So I don't know what it is. So what do you discard that comes your way? I know you don't do everything that comes your way.
It's a good question. I don't even really think about it.
What types of things do you steer? I'm trying to get back to creativity. You'll get a script and go, I just don't see how I could really have fun doing this.
Yeah, that's part of it. Part of it is, do I connect with the world or the character, honestly? And sometimes you surprise yourself. But usually what kind of gets filtered through somehow makes sense to me. So I'm like, okay, this is good. I mean, the Lowdown, which is out right now, we're going to drop actually next week. Politician. It's set in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but he is a guy that has secrets. So that seems to be a common thread.
Don't they all?
Yeah, but in what I do, yeah.
What about in the opposite direction? Obviously, we know you love Twin Peaks. Is there anything that you look back on and you're like, damn it, why did I do that?
Oh, yes.
This afternoon, it'll be this show.
Yes, not at all. I'm so happy to be here. Oh, yeah. There are shows that you go in with the best intentions, and they end up surprising you in sort of scary ways. I know there's a lot of controversy about Showgirls, and talking about that one. And so I was, that was one where I was like, oh, that didn't turn out exactly as I expected. But it has found an audience and a life.
It's found an audience with our creepy producer over here. Who likes one scene very much.
Not the, not the only one.
The creepy guy's he's coming toward the microphone.
I know, he's creeping.
Yes, Nate. Kyle MacLachlan awaits your question.
I have legitimate questions. I do actually have two now that you brought that up.
Okay.
I think I brought it up, which is scary. A scary thought.
Yeah, okay, were you fully nude?
No. Well, let's see.
Because you were in the pool, technically.
Yeah, I was in the pool.
Merkin.
Yeah, you wear a you wear a thing. It's there's not much of a thing, but there's a thing.
Was the water cold?
It was warm, actually.
Okay, so
however, here's a little insight. Even at what do they have the temperature, like 98 degrees or 90? They have very, very warm pool water. You still get cold because your body is losing temperature. So we would go from the pool into there. We had a hot tub, which was even warmer, to warm us up from the very warm pool. So
how did you practice that scene?
Stop.
Well, I tell you, we rehearsed for weeks on that. I do remember going in for a rehearsal though, with Paul Verhoeven and who was a director and our a DP, cinematographer, and so it's in the afternoon. We're there at the pool at the location. And I come out, and I'm wearing like board shorts, as you do. And like, okay, we'll walk through the physical. This is going to happen here, and this is going to happen here, blah blah blah. So Paul and DP come out, and they have the European thongs on, and these are guys that not necessarily want to, not the guys you want to see wearing European thongs. And I was just like, guys, can you not wear shorts? Can you not do something about this? They were like, totally fine. Totally
Banana
fine.
hammocks.
Thank you. I wasn't going to say it, but you said it.
Okay, well,
There you go. The image this early in the morning is tricky.
are you done yet?
I do have a legitimate question.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're,
Bring it on.
you're kind of guiding these young creatives through the early parts of their career. What are they learning from you? Because I look at your career, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
And you're still, and I mean,
And I'm tired.
I
No.
don't mean that in a negative way, but it's hard to do that successfully for a long time. Do they ask you how you've been able to do that?
When during the course of the conversation, we talk about the ups and downs of a career, and I've had plenty expectations that are smashed. You know what I mean? But I'm less guiding and more just really letting them share with me their experience so far, each one of them is different and very interesting. And then what it does, it triggers in me like, oh my gosh, I remember an experience that's like that as well, and that just goes back and forth between the two of us, and before you know it, the hour's done, and it's and then we end with a fun game. Of course, that's always something special we do. So what's our game? Are we going to play a game at the end of the show?
Well,
We should play a game.
let's play a game. What do you have?
Password. What are we going to do? Fast
Family
today?
Feud.
Family Feud is fun.
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Family
Get Family Feud. Get it ready. Lee Strager has to play too.
Oh,
This is very
boy.
important.
Here we
This is
go.
going to be the worst day ever. This is gonna be the worst show in the history of worst shows.
Certainly
way-
starting off that way.
See, you are being so acidic over there. Kyle MacLachlan's here. Of course, what are we even doing this podcast? We're all very skippy about and doing cartwheels about.
yes.
And it looks like you're having a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah.
And so, is this something you ever dreamed you'd be doing?
Not
And how
really.
did this come about?
It just came
Your
back-
idea, or someone else's idea?
No, it started off in a completely different idea, actually, as these things often do. So we said, it was during a sort of pandemic influenced, actually, or inspired. And it's like, not doing too much. What can we do? What can we do that's kind of creative? And we started sort of going through different ideas and different thoughts. There was a wine show at one time because I'm very big into wine. I said, maybe we can do something with wine or with business, blah, blah, blah. And it finally distilled down and became this show. They said, you know what, let's talk about the young creatives idea and what that might look like. But it really came from the creatives from my wife's company, Full Picture. My wife, Desiree Gruber, is very, very smart and very talented. And so she sort of said, you should go off and find something that's going to really inspire you. And we came up with this idea. So it was it took a while to sort of ferment, and we finally got I said ferment because of the wine thing. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, and this is what we've come up with, and I'm having a great time. I had no idea, but you don't know when you start. It's like, am I going to be able to have a conversation with people? Is this going to be interesting? How is this going to work? And I just said, you know what I'm most comfortable doing? Just talking, having a conversation, and let's see what happens.
I want everyone to listen to this podcast. It's out today. It's called What Are We Even Doing? What Are We Even Doing?
And you have the best voice. I could just sit there and listen to you talk.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
You
Thank
see,
you. I learned from the best here.
You have this thing, though. You're doing this thing, though. I tell you what you're doing.
Tell me what I'm doing.
When people put headphones on and they listen to them talk, they sound a little different than they do without headphones on.
That's true.
But we're
I
saying,
like the way it sounds.
In this business, we say it gives you neck nuts.
Yeah, he's got neck nuts.
Neck nuts.
Neck nuts. I love that. I'm going to use that.
Look at this text message just popped into your TikTok live. It's right. We've been live on TikTok the whole time.
Oh, wow.
What?
People are leaving the cat videos to come watch you.
Oh my God, that's so rare.
Just popped into your TikTok live. Kyle is looking the best he's ever looked. He's my zaddy.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, zaddy.
There you go. I like it. Zaddy, one in the zaddy column. Nice. Thank you. The lighting is wonderful in here, by the way.
Said no one ever.
Yeah, we
lighting's awful.
hate this lighting.
We got radio lighting. Hey, so
all right.
as an actor,
Yes.
and I want to finish up this conversation with
Yes.
this. As an actor, being able to sit down with these creative up-and-comers.
Yeah, and some established. Some of them have been doing it for a long time.
Established.
Yeah.
And very established. Do you find yourself like itching to get back out there and get to work again, get another project going?
Yes.
And does it inspire you?
Yes.
And because if so, that's where the glow comes from. You
Yeah.
being inspired and glowing from them.
Yeah.
Is what's going to make this thing great.
Yeah, well, they're all successful at what they're doing, and they all love what they're doing, and so when we have a conversation, I'm like, it'd be fun to do this with them, or so, working with Dylan O'Brien is an actor I've admired for many years. I said, God, it would be fun to do a scene with Dylan. He's so great. Even just a scene, it would be really great, let alone a whole thing. That is definitely there when I have the conversation with them. It gets me jazzed up and ready to go to work. It's an amazing thing. It's a weird thing that this is what really moves me, motivates me, drives me. It's like this creativity, and when we're in that space with these other creatives, that is definitely there.
So the takeaway for all of us, no matter what you do in this life, is you find these people that you surround yourself with to inspire you.
Oh my, yeah.
People that just really spark your plug. Is there such a thing? A spark plug?
Better than plugging your spark, I gotta say.
Exactly. Oh God, those were awful
careful.
times. You gotta surround yourself with people that make you want to get up and go and continue doing what you love doing, what you need to be doing, what the universe needs for you to do. And it sounds like you have found this in this podcast.
I have.
And you can hear it right before your ears. What Are We Even Doing? Kyle MacLachlan. It's the latest on our Elvis Duran podcast network. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Oh my God, Elvis, such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And we're listening to every syllable you give us on this podcast.
Thank you so much.
This has been live the entire time. We didn't even tell you on the Instagram and on TikTok at Elvis Duran Show. Kyle MacLachlan, everyone. Thank you.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.